Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome to a new Let's Play. We recently finished playing through Buck Rogers' Countdown to Doomsday, and today we're going to start the sequel to that game, Buck Rogers' Matrix Cube. So we're at the DOSBox screen, and all we have to do is type Start, I think, and press Enter, and we should start loading it. So here goes. And you should be hearing a bit more music than in the previous game. I do still have the volume settings turned way down. This was published in 1992 by SSI, so it was one of the very last games using the Gold Box engine. Very similar fonts to the earlier game. This is one of only 2 games created using the Gold Box engine with a science fiction setting. So we're going to do D for demo. Under the leadership of Buck Rogers, your team must now embark on a mission of salvation. This adventure takes you to the furthest reaches of civilized space and beyond. Notice the characters that we're using for the demo are all important NPCs in the game. We should be having sound effects. To save the Earth, you must overcome the distrust of mysterious alien cultures. Not everyone believes in your cause. Yeah, notice Buck, Leander, and Killer Kane all have the same icon here. So we have gang recruits and Venus dinosaurs, which, when we get into the actual game, are going to be in 2 totally different areas of the game. So you're never actually going to see them together in the same battle. Help can arrive from unexpected directions. We will be meeting this lady later, and in unexpected forms. You must outwit as well as outfight your opponents to survive this perilous mission. And now we're back to the intro screens. So let's go ahead and click through till we get to the main menu, and this time we'll select P for play. And now here's the main menu. Well, the previous screen was the title page, of course. We can either create new characters from scratch, which, if this is the first of the Buck Rogers games that you're playing, you'll want to do. I think they'll probably end up being close, though maybe not quite as advanced as characters that you would import from the previous game. And that character creation and add character to team process is very, very similar to that for Countdown to Doomsday, except that, of course, these are going to be much more experienced characters. You can get the joystick and mouse set up. You can exit back to DOS, or you can do what we're about to do, which is to load a save game. And notice you can load either from Matrix Cubed or from Countdown. So we're going to import our party from Countdown to Doomsday. And notice, yeah, we had everybody up to the level cap, but notice Scotty, our engineer, Bran, our rocket jock, and Podkane, our rogue, are all ready for promotion again. Of course, we won't actually be able to train them until we get to the training center in this game. So let's go ahead and view the characters. Of course, the icons are already selected from the previous game. Excuse me. So I don't think we need to change those. Yeah, after the last episode of Countdown to Doomsday, I did do a lot of traveling around, took out a few different spaceships. One of the commenters suggesting going down to the surface of Mars and Venus, particularly Venus, because you get quite a lot of experience points for fighting the Ursotters, although that was something I hadn't tried before because I felt bad about beating up on the mama Ursotters, but I really needed the experience, so yeah. So everybody reached the level cap. Yeah, there's our other warrior. We've all got a bunch of experience. Not too many credits. Basically, yeah. It was rather expensive to get the ammo for their weapons after all that character grinding. And there's our engineer. There's our medic. I was developing them throughout the previous game with an eye towards taking them all the way through this game, so there were skills that I opened there that I knew I wasn't going to be using that much until I got to this game. And you know what? I forgot to pay for reloads on their... Either that or else I ran out of money and I didn't want to sell off any more of their weapons. But anyway, actually I'm gonna just have the active character selected be one of the ones that doesn't need to train. So let's go ahead and save the current game and we'll begin adventuring. And this game we do have to look up the copy protection questions, which for whatever reason we didn't have to do in Countdown to Doomsday, because wherever I downloaded it from, it had cracked the copy protection. So we need to go to page 34 of the logbook. Yeah, so this is exactly like the copy protection in most of the fantasy-based gold box games. So we're going to look for the heading Buck steps forward and find the second word after that. Yeah, size. You ease into orbit around Mercury and flip the comm switch for a final briefing. The image of Buck Rogers, now in charge of special missions, appears on screen. So we're not going to see any more of Carlton Turabian, who was the fellow who gave us all our missions in the first game. I know you're itching to pull more combat duty instead of babysitting this new Sun King Lord Berkeley, but this mission is critical. Berkeley's calling for a brotherhood between all races. Not everyone likes the idea. Protect him from any assassination attempts. If Berkeley succeeds, we'll have a united front against Ram. Try to forge this new alliance. Good luck, team! You go to your equipment locker as Buck signs off. And so, even though we still brought all our gear, basically, from the previous game, we get more stuff now, which is pretty cool. And it helps newly created characters to start out with a decent amount of equipment. So we're going to divvy those 8,000 credits And then let's see what we've got here. We've got some stun grenades, some explosive grenades, battle armor, heavy body armor. Lots of nice stuff. Okay, and we do have one rocket launcher. So I think, let's take a look at what we've got here. She's got battle armor already. And she does have a plasma thrower. Okay. Yeah, we might group all the chaff grenades with one person for now, even though maybe it would be a good idea to keep them split up. Depends. Alright, and okay, we've got his plasma thrower recharge. I think plasma throwers are a little less expensive to recharge. They do have a longer range, bigger spread, but don't do quite as much damage as a rocket launcher. Okay. And he has his needle gun equipped because he probably had to sell off whatever he had. Okay, let's maybe give him the rocket launcher. He's got Venusian heavy body armor. Yeah. By the way, what does he have? Alright. She has a Martian smart suit. Yeah, let's perhaps trade her chaff grenades. No, can't do that. Okay. Well, I'd like to try one of those suits of battle armor on her, but we'll see. Okay, so alright. And she's got a Martian smart suit and a plasma thrower that needs to be recharged. Okay. You know what we could do would be to give Podkane the explosive grenades. Or we might give all the chaff grenades to Scotty, who seems to be not as heavily weighed down as some of the other characters. Or not. We could maybe give the explosive grenades to Bran instead. Okay. Okay, we'll try giving Podkane one of these suits of battle armor. Okay. Now, with the Martian Smart Suit equipped, her her armor class is -1. If we switch to the battle armor, her armor class becomes -4. Of course, she does still have that plasma thrower, which would be weighing her down quite a bit. Let's see. Let's see if Rosita can wear. Yeah, with the Martian Smart Suit, she's a -2. That's because as a tinker, she has very high dexterity. So then she's -5 with the battle armor. Okay, trade. Okay, and Nala has the stun grenades. Yeah. Okay, let's give Podkane some of this other stuff. Which we will probably sell off at the first opportunity since we've got better grades of stuff already. Yeah, now this is going to be pretty heavy, so we're going to try to sell it off as quickly as possible before we get into battle. Okay, we'll just leave those other suits of heavy body armor. You step out onto the expansive dock and find it thronged with people dressed for the coronation. A man approaches. Welcome to Caloris. I am Lord Berkeley's Chancellor, Alphonse de Sade. Lord Berkeley sends his greetings. The coronation will begin shortly. He turns his back and quickly moves away. So let's save. And let's check to see what level we've got this at. It's, yeah, at the default trooper level. We'll leave it there for now. And we have an area view. Ah. So we'll switch back to the Okay, so yeah, this is where our ship is docked. Up here is an empty docking berth. To our south is a docking berth for another ship. Then over here we might find something interesting. But there are a couple of interesting shops right in here. Okay, there's going to be a store and a clinic, so I think we'll visit those first. Okay, here's one shop. Dockside Supplies. We'll go in here. Welcome to my shop. Are you interested in buying something? Yes. Check on ammo. She's fine. He's fine. You know, hitherto, you know, in the previous game, the shops were all just the menu. Not something where we'd actually see a shopkeeper. Okay, I don't think we're going to bother buying ammo for that rocket pistol. We'll sell it instead. Okay, we'll refill her plasma thrower. And I think we'll sell off the rocket pistol and probably a couple of the needle guns. And that should give us enough funds to load up that other needle gun. We might keep the sonic stunner for now, though. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with it, though. Oh, look how expensive that is. Is there anything else we want to sell off? Oh, we can get quite a bit for the Martian Smart Suit. Okay. We'll sell off the monosword and the heavy body armor. There we go. Okay, well, yeah. This is basically the boring, piddly stuff that gets done before we actually start getting into much that's plot related. Okay, now if we pool the party's credits, let's see if Podcane has enough now. Oh yeah, not a problem. And we'll divvy. And let's see what we can buy here. Yeah. Nothing I particularly want to buy right now. I think we've got at least some of each of these things. Pretty much. Okay. So, at this point, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we might check out the shop next to this, and then start making our way towards the coronation and see what we can see. So, we will see you then.